So, in the first half of this course, we've gone over some of the more intricate aspects of synthesis and sound creation, covering modulations on modulations, filter routing, and a number of classic synthesis functions like sync, sample and hold, and filter FM. In the second half of this course, we're going to tackle some of the more exotic sound sources that you'll encounter, which, coupled with your existing knowledge of synthesis, will allow your creative expression to greatly expand. What we have covered so far for many, if not the majority, of synthesis and sound designers accounts for the bread and butter, the staple techniques of synth sound creation. From a historical point of view, we've been dealing with the principles of early subtractive synthesis, which has been the dominant type of synthesis since the instrument's creation. Subtractive synthesis is easy in some ways. It's a block of marble and you chip away at the block with filters and volume controls until you're left with the sound you want. There's literally no end to the sounds that you can produce with subtractive synthesizers, but there are some sounds which subtractive synths cannot create, or which may be much easier to create using different means. These different means primarily involve a change in the oscillator section, and in general, most of the exotic sound sources that we'll look at resemble straight-up subtractive synths in almost all other functions. We'll still encounter modulators and filters, or their equivalent, and so in that sense, most of the real estate on the synth will be taken up by already familiar functions. Our explorations, because of this, can focus very pointedly on what makes these sound sources different, and where and when you might want to use them. With that in mind, there's a reason why analog or virtual analog subtractive synthesis has been the dominant method of sound creation. It's relatively easy to learn, and it's very flexible. In much the same manner as a chef wouldn't want his or her primary knife to be a filleting knife, you probably don't want to rely on any of the following styles of synthesis to account for the majority of your sounds, unless you're taking a very stylized approach to your sound and feel. If you want squelchy leads and warm basses with lots of low-end womp, subtractive synthesis will probably allow you to get the results you want faster, and most likely with a better quality of result. If you want metallic nasty tones, FM may be the one to go for. In other words, learn what approach to use when, and you'll save yourself lots and lots of time.